Also cat. Right.
Ready to go whenever, Splode.
Oh, okay. We're back with possibly the last little bit of
Tavern talk.
tavern talk, yeah?
You okay, Splode?
Yeah. I have a cat.
Likely story.
Anyways, start the day. Good morning, innkeeper. Good morning. How's your research going? Well, we did a lot of it. That sounds good. Yes. I can smell a breakthrough right around the corner. Okay. Are you writing that down, Archie? What? No, of course not. No notes are being taken here. None. Archie, I told you already. I might be the bestest detective in Visoa, and this might be the meeting of a lifetime. But the investigation has to come first. How are you going to have time to write a book about my detective career if the world ends in a few days? I mean, it won't, obviously, because our friends are super strong and awesome, and we're super smart and awesome. But we should still focus on backing them. I'm sorry, it seems I can't help but gather material even now. You're a very impressive detective, and I fear what will happen if I stop thinking about my book. Is this what I think it is, Detective Molina? I'm afraid it is. Excuse me? It's a severe case of the nerves. Quick, innkeeper, we need a remedy. Only your most revitalizing drink will do. Does the patient agree with the prescription? Really, it's not that serious.
It's not that serious.
Thank you. Perhaps a cure that'll boost my toughness is just what I need. On it, patient 0. A defense drink. A steel tonic. A first snow. A frosted lagoon.
Frosted Lagoon.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. What up, Sharp?
It goes. How are you?
Tired.
May this drink not be one of your tougher challenges.
God, I hope not.
This is excellent. I could write a novella about this superb taste alone. I really appreciate the effort to cheer me up. I suppose I've been worrying more than I realized. How can I repay? Repay? Rishmay. You shouldn't just bear your worries silently. I would accept an update on your research as compensation. Certainly, we are happy to oblige. I thought my knowledge of tales and myths could serve us well in identifying another weapon to slay evil. Drank more than I thought at a Christmas party, but alright. Fair.
Sounds like a good day.
So I questioned as many scholars and turned as many pages as I could. That sounds exciting. It might have been if I had managed to find even a hint of anything useful. Extrolability is nothing but a legend. The Lance of Loginus might be real, but it proved impossible to trace its location. And don't even get me started on the history of the Sword Balmer. My research ended in total failure. Don't say that. We wouldn't know that there aren't any other weapons if you hadn't looked. It just means that we have to move our research focus to something else now. Like my investigation. Oh. Like I mentioned the other day, I really wanted to look into who this weird bad guy really is. With a plan like this, he can't just be some random nobody. His plan does have a certain je ne sais quoi. Je ne sais quoi. It's just so mustache twirling malicious. I bet he has a mustache. In any case, he must have left some traces that we can follow. And if we can figure out his real identity, we'll know his mortal weakness. Like
an old wound?
And now picking up caramel apple empanadas for book.
Sounds nice.
Exactly. Someone who wears that much armor must have something underneath. So we'll just have to wait until he takes it off. Once he takes a bath, we should. Actually, I don't think this is a good idea after all. Still, Carlin always says the more you know about your opponent, the easier the victory. But this guy is like a ghost. No one had seen hide nor hair of him before all this started. And here I thought armor like that would have made him super recognizable with the flowers and all. I did look up what some of them mean, the ones Clay was able to identify. There are petunias and marigolds, which symbolize resentment, anger, grief, and mourning. So that told me...
This man is the 5 stages of...
Huh?
I said this man is the 5 stages of, grief or whatever, trying to...
Fair. So that told me absolutely nothing, besides that he's a bad guy with some big feelings about the world. Duh. Then I got an idea. What about other well-known necromancers? Maybe we have a repeat offender on our hands. No one really seemed to fit, though. I was really close to ripping my fur out. But then I remembered all that stuff about the sigils. There actually was a necromancer that died when the portals opened. So I dug that file out of my pile, and yes. If the creation of the portals broke a sigil, then that can't just be a coincidence. Therefore... this necromancer from back then must have faked their death and rebranded themselves as the mustache-twirling, green-armored bad guy that we're facing now. Shouldn't you be doing the pointing thing now? I'm just not feeling it, Innkeeper. I know it doesn't add up, okay? I'm sorry, Archie. This isn't the revelation of truth that it should be. When you write your book, the detective should definitely be pointing at something. Pointing! Yes, I'll write that down. Good. Mally!
Her adventure by herself taught her a lot of bad things.
I can't believe we couldn't find anything. Who taught you that word, Melly? Wouldn't you like to know?
Kinda.
It's probably
Lynn is the one that swears the most.
Mm-hmm. Oh well. What are you planning on doing now? Twitch on desktop is weird. Hello. Hello, Night Warrior. How is it weird? It's what I primarily use.
It's so much nicer than mobile. There's so much more you can do with it.
Biggest queen. What are you planning on doing now? We need a new perspective. Maybe there's something we haven't considered yet. That's why we brought some of our research materials with us. Wouldn't a library be better for this? It's different. In a good way or a bad way?
In a way.
Well, maybe, but there wouldn't be enough space to set up the conspiracy board. You brought the board here? Yep. Thanks for letting us set up here, okay? I'll be in the back. Bye! I hope it's okay for us to take up some of your space. It's fine, Archie. You can go ahead. Much appreciated, Innkeeper.
We weren't using it anyway.
Well, don't you look chipper. It's good to see you too, Una.
Ooh, nah.
You can spare me the pleasantries. Long day? Nah, I was just never really into all this research mumbo jumbo. I was surprised when I heard you volunteer for the research group. Ha! Your info gathering game is getting weak, Innkeep. I just chose the activity that's the least hassle. Too much exercise isn't good for the retirement spirit. But I don't need to tell you that, do I? Before you get another word out of me, though, I'll need something to get my energy back. That whole frantic research atmosphere really tired me out. Something to bring your strength back? Got it.
Strength.
Big stretch.
Why do you have to stretch on my keyboard, Todd? I'll be sad when my keyboard finally breaks because it's gonna have a 30-pound cat over it.
I can make the cursed coffee. Let's go.
Do you need the cursed coffee, Splode?
I was debating about it while I was at the store.
Nightward, now that you got your laptop set up, how is it with the monitor and whatnot? One cursed coffee with that herb that I can't select for some reason. Probably because you already have it in there.
Maybe. With Thunder Sage in it.
For a little extra oomph.
Kitten. Here, for all that heavy-duty crocheting you're doing. I feel like I could crochet gloves for an entire army with this. You got some more adventures stashed away in this back room of yours? Just some more frantic researchers, I'm afraid. So, what else have you been up to? Just making sure Grace and Scully don't work themselves into an early grave for the most part. Any news on that front? Are you in the mood to be underwhelmed? Listening to what my patrons want to share, whether good or bad, is a key part of my job. Spoken like a good little innkeep. As for the research, not many surprises there, to be honest. The damage that breaking the sigils did is pretty much irreversible, as expected. Sorry, had to put my food delivery away. Fair.
What'd you get? What'd you get?
A teleportation spell Grace is looking into is also not getting any less dangerous. Even with all the modifications she's making, there's still a good chance of it backfiring. It's huge. And by good chance, I mean like 70%. What kind of backfiring are we talking about? Like everything blows up in fireworks and fun, or like killing you?
Let's everything blows up in fireworks and fun.
No.
Oh.
Like immediately dying. Oh.
That was helpful.
How are Scully and Grace feeling about everything? They're taking it in stride. Or they're just too stubborn to give up. I'm not sure. Ground beef, apples, and...
Whatever it is, it's huge. I'm assuming that's probably the monitor, but...
That sounds like them. What about you? Me? All this must be pretty disheartening. I mean, not really. These kinds of do-name scenarios just lose their impact after a while in the business. I've lived my life. I've made my choices. Now, I'm just doing what I want either way. If the end of days comes knocking and I'm on my porch crocheting and drinking, I'll have no regrets. But you're not on your porch.
No, I guess I'm
You're
not.
here, looking after people trying to avert that doomsday scenario. I can't believe I had to hear that from you. Leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I could offer you another drink to wash it down. No thanks. Unfortunately, you've got a point. I guess I got swept up in all this a little. Sure is weird. What is? Caring. Water.
Jesus, Sharp.
I got 5 empanadas, 5 cheesy roll-ups, a chicken quesadilla, nacho fries, and 2 cantina chicken tacos. Didn't know 24-inch monitors are so big. Mostly if you're used to only using your phone, yeah, a little bit.
I wasn't sure if I sent you the 24-inch or the 27-inch. But, Sharp, that sounds like quite the meal. We just had hot dogs in a blanket, or pigs in a blanket.
And mashed potatoes.
And some corn.
And some corn. Some of that is for book 2, not all for me.
Oh, I know.
Not like I need to elaborate, preach to the choir and all that.
I still believe you could finish all of it, but I assumed.
I don't know what you're talking about. Huh, sure, whatever.
Well, you see, me and Spud are bigger guys, and we like our food.
I'm a big guy?
Oh, me and Sharp.
Oh.
You're a big guy. You can eat a lot, too. You're with us.
Let me just ask you this. As you are, will you have no regrets when all this is over? You couldn't just let me have the last word, huh? No way in your. I'll leave you to contemplate that, I guess. New information on Una.
Ooh, nah.
Oh, we have some information about Grace, too. Grace is probably Voyage's biggest fan. From time to time, she argues with her brother because to her, he seems very controlling, even though she's more than capable of casting protective spells. But now, she has her hands on 2 very powerful yet dangerous spells and is determined to figure out how to use them. Una. I mean, Also, did you say laptop? This bitch is a desktop. Well, I said you're mostly used to... I thought you were mostly on mobile for Twitch, so...
I thought he got a laptop. I know he returned a laptop. I wasn't sure if he got another one or a desktop instead.
I mean, I do get the munchies more when drunk than high. Yeah, Ninja, sheesh, man, got a full desktop. Don't be degrading. For someone who initially didn't care about saving the world, she's actually quite involved now. Even though she denies that she cares, or that these doomsday scenarios scare her. Seeing her actual emotions begin to shine through really makes me happy. I bet her autobiography will be an absolute page-turner. And look, we have this guy. Human, 58, he, him, paladin, magrosity, chaotic evil, the devil. I wish he wouldn't have come. And we have all the people, Ninja.
Away!
I got desktop Spider-Man theme for $7.50. Nice. Armelian Archie here. In the back. I'll go see if the young'uns need some company. Sure. Greetings. I mean, good mythical afternoon, adventurers. Good afternoon, innkeeper. I like Baya. Problem is, I have no room for it. Does this afternoon seem mythical to you? It seems wet. Sorry about that. We didn't have much time to dry off before coming here. The floorboards should be able to endure it just this once. It's okay if you want to leave now, Baya. We all made it back safe. Okay. But please keep the blankets. I could make some soup. We should be good for now. Thanks, Baya. Where are you headed, Baya? The swamp. I want to talk to my friends. I see. Goodbye. Let a tree know if you need any more help. I will come. Wow, Wolf Lady looks like way more woman like on 24 in display.
Hey.
Stay safe, Baya. Spit it out already. You've been chewing on this ever since we escaped from that mountain. It's just, I feel bad, alright? So...
Had a good time?
Read the room, innkeeper. My apologies. More importantly, have the others come back yet, innkeep? They haven't. It's a waiting game then. Great. My favorite. She got a nice sword. She does. Alright, innkeep. This is where you come in with a drink. I'm going to explode if we keep brooding like this. We're not that rogue fellow. And which of my drinks would be of aid? Not sure what could help soften the outcome of our quest, but maybe protection from disappointment that might do. Certainly. Dwarf has a nice necklace. Yep. Yeah. Defense. Well, we made the Frosted Lagoon last time. So, we can make the Sunny Breeze.
No, that was the Frosted Lagoon you were still on.
Oh. So we can make a steel tonic.
I think a steel tonic is appropriate for this one.
Or a first snow. like I never use these peppers.
You have a very content cat, Splode.
Yeah. One steel tonic. I hope your disappointment will be just a distant memory after this drink. Thanks, this takes the edge off. Didn't realize my shoulders were so tense this entire time. Can I offer you two a drink as well? I'm fine, for now. Count me in, innkeeper. I don't really want to think about it. But perhaps understanding where we failed would be a bad idea, or wouldn't be a bad idea. I'll see what I can do. A Blaine drink.
Wayne.
Blue Peak Sunrise. A Silent Owl. A Sparkling Nebula.
I'm not fancy. I do fancy the Sparkling Nebula. It's out of this world.
Sparkling Nebula?
Sparkling Nebula.
This might be just what you're looking for to understand the meaning of everything. 42.
Hey, they did the thing.
What? Weird. I don't know where that came from.
The universe told them.
But this is good. My synapses are firing at the speed of light. Here's my conclusion. We might be really, really fucked.
Good conclusion.
Was it that bad? You don't even know the half of it. Wait, this can't just be it, right? Grace and the others should have...
Hello? You saw that, right?
Yeah. Should have figured out something else out by now. You probably already have some quests in store for us for plans C, D, and X. I'm sorry, Hex. Archie and Melly couldn't find any new leads. And Grace and Scully are still at it, but from what I've heard, they haven't found much either. That's... Come on, Innkeeper, stop joking around. I don't think this is very funny. Neither do I. Then what are we even doing here? What? If the Innkeeper doesn't have any quests for us, why are we wasting time here? If you haven't noticed, the world might be ending soon. We failed to create the world-saving weapon. And now we're here to what? Have a nice chat? Oi, you're mighty close to overstepping there, wizard. Well, maybe someone needs to say it instead of just lazing around. Hex. Sit your ass down. This is no time to lose your cool. We aren't just here to chat. Information about the group that went to the Twilight Chasm will reach us in first. At this point, we need to know their fate. It would be foolish to go running around without a plan. So, are we cool? I'm sorry. Not exactly a good look for a wizard to lose his head, is it? As long as you realize that yourself. While we wait for the others, I guess it's time for another story and keep.
I gotta tell my doctor the cure for my ulcer colitis is 42.
Looking forward to getting some context. Right. After our chat the other day, Kyle and I went to pick up Hex. We said goodbye to Kyle, he cried, then he left for Marrow Castle. Soon after, Hera and Baya picked us up. They just stepped out of a tree right next to us. Baya was pretty excited to take us to the Highlands. Apparently, she's pen pals with the Yeti, and she'd never gotten the opportunity to visit. And then whoosh. Whoosh?
Whoosh.
Yeah. 1 minute we're surrounded by nice and lush woods, and then the next, vast mountains. Snow. A lot of snow. You guys suck at descriptions. Our journey to the Highlands was so fast it's barely noteworthy.
Stream.
Way to fucking go. Oh my god.
I caught the correct frequency. What? What, you thought you were the only one that could break streams with their voices?
It's okay, Tom.
See, that's fine.
Thanks. I really appreciate you replicating that scream.
You're welcome.
But why? Hey, you guys insisted I stay to tell the tale. Millie. Did someone die? Oh, hi, Linny. Good to see you, Millie. No one died. Hex just got a little too excited. Whoopsies. I see. Well, make sure not to scream like that anymore. Or no one will know when you really need a detective on the scene. After all, you don't want to be the next boy who cried detective. I'll keep that in mind. I'll go back to the board then. So Baya let out a scream. We had no idea why she did, but before she could explain, we heard some loud footsteps approaching. It was hard to see with the heavy snowfall, but a huge silhouette was making its way towards us. Kara almost tore into it as soon as it was close. But before we knew it, Baya rushed forward. I almost attacked Baya's pen pal. You actually met the abominable Yeti? Really nice fellow. Also, pretty good with directions. They pointed us towards the temple. When they did, I noticed their well-crafted ring made of something like opal. Couldn't help but ask them about it. Turns out they got it from the temple. That really got the Yeti talking. We learned a bunch about the temple's jewelry making business, and about how anyone approaching the stronghold unannounced would be seen as an enemy, which is a horrible way to run a business. The Yeti explained that only a select group of trusted people are allowed on the premises. They didn't want to help us get in, though. Something about getting their jewelry, buying rights revoked. But at least we knew the way, and soon, with that invisibility finally kicking in, we saw it before us. Lo and behold, the Temple of Yer, where the flame of Leviathan is kept. Sounds blasphemous. The trek up there was brutal. It was so much walking I thought my feet were going to fall off. It wasn't so bad, really. The winding path looked nice with all that sparkling snow. That's easy for you to say. You just vaulted right over all that rubble. Guess we did get to the gate eventually. It was close, of course. A gigantic wet slab of stone in weathered condition. If there's one thing I know about this sort of thing, it's that the gates like this one are super inconvenient. Good thing we didn't want to waltz in through the main gate anyways. No, with the invisibility effect from your drink still active, we started to check for the other points of entry. There was so much rubble, we figured there must be something for us to slip in through. Well, there wasn't. And I was already starting to feel the itch of the invisibility wearing off. We were running out of time. Come on, tell the innkeep that what you decided we should do next. We might have tried to scale the temple walls. We made it close to the top. But then the stone started to crumble right under our hands. Hex was the first to fall, but it didn't take long for us to follow. No, it's good to fall with a wizard that can cast spells to slow our descent, rather than break our necks. And here I thought you guys just wanted a big group hug. If you wanted more group hugs, maybe cast the spell earlier than 5 feet before hitting the ground. Oh sure, I'll try to practice spellcasting while falling at terminal velocity born for next time. Well, you did manage to manage it before we turned into a big puddle of adventure soup. If only we had managed to land literally anywhere else. I didn't even know creatures that big lived out there. Me either. Right next to us, we're what we thought was a snow-covered mountain, an eye as big as Care opened. It was the guardian of the temple. It slowly lifted its massive head and realized that mountain path we had been walking on earlier was no path, but the body of the Wyvern. Its snake body slowly unfurled from around the temple. While shaking the snow off itself, it revealed its pure white iridescent scales. For a few moments, it just stared us down. The gigantic opal embedded between its eyes shone with every color imaginable. What I wouldn't have given to work with an opal of such fine quality. Hello, I have a question for y'all. What's up, Krim?
Yo, what's up, Krim?
It's good to hear you guys had a mythical moment there. But I, for one, was worried about the overgrown snake with wings. The Guyver unfurled its wings from where they had been tucked against his body and rose into the air, an attack position. It struck with such speed we only avoided it thanks to Kara's quick reflexes when she pushed us into the snow. All I could think about was that I didn't want to fight it. Not again. When it was getting back into position for another strike, I screamed our intentions out. I couldn't imagine the dragon's guardian would be indifferent to our objective. It didn't seem to care much about it, though. Or it didn't hear us. I didn't want to give up. We had to communicate with it in a way that it couldn't ignore. So we choreographed an expressionist dance. No. Not really. But that would have been a lot funnier. In any case, instead of trying to fight it, I told the others to get moving and get our message across by writing it in large letters in the snow. Ever tried to stomp out letters while a giant reptile is attacking you, Innkeeper? Heck of a core workout. I think I developed muscles where no muscles should ever develop. Watch out, you might be becoming the first wizard to complete a push-up.
I'm very curious of Krim's question.
Right? I keep looking over. And did it work? The push-up? No, the writing in the snow thing. Never mind. I'll DM y'all later. Have fun. Oh, okay. The answer is 42. Where are you going?
I don't know. I feel bad that I have the PS4 right there because Todd really likes crawling under that layer.
There's some more room for you. Maybe you'll stop sliding. Anyways, wasn't sure at first, but when the attack stopped, I started looking intently at what we had written. Then it launched itself in our direction again, but instead of trying to attack us, it dove into the snow. The ground beneath us started shaking until all of us were suddenly lifted on top of its head. I thought we were ascending to Tuat's realm for a second, not gonna lie. But instead we were just lifted higher and higher into the air. PS4, you gonna play Bloodborne?
One day. The goal is Bloodborne and eventually the third of the Nathan Drake series, Uncharted. And then we'll get the fourth one and then we'll be caught up.
Towards the temple. Soon we could see a tower emerging from the temple grounds. The guardian must have understood us after all, because it was taking us to the only place I could have imagined the flame to be. Soon we were close enough for us to jump down from the guardian, and then I saw the altar. What did you see? That's the thing. We saw nothing. Nothing. No great flame of Leviathan, just a devastated altar, and an empty basin where the flame should have rested. We were so foolish. The clues were already there when we were approaching the temple. All the rubble, the poor state of the building. The flame was extinguished during the flood, long before we ever set foot in the Highlands.
So, Uncharted, it only has the 4th one on the PC as far as I'm aware of. Sorry, go ahead.
Sir, I should have known that an eternal flame was too good to be true. It was all such a waste of time. You can imagine our shock at what we saw in Keeper. The realization slowly began to settle in. There would be no way of forging that weapon. Nothing to wield against the necromancer. Up there at the altar, everything was so quiet. The priest hadn't reached us yet. There was just the sound of the wind and the crushing disappointment we were all feeling. The guardian didn't need to say a word. I understood it either way. Whatever emotions we were feeling, they couldn't compare to the grief in the guardian's eyes. Eventually, we were joined by some of the priests who confirmed what we had already surmised. They lost their main object of worship on the day of the flood. At least our disappointment was somewhat softened by the warm meal the priests offered us. I think they felt bad for us. There's community and shared grief. They were pretty interested in that sort of yours as well. Considering everything we've learned in the past few days, the minor divinity of it feels hardly noteworthy. I'll cherish it nonetheless. Maybe I'm also just glad that it'll remain a memento of my grandma. It was stupid to think I could try to rival her feats. But I didn't expect you to talk to those priests for so long. I'd never seen you so forthcoming before, Rhea. Ain't exactly every day you see that kind of smithing mastery on display. The jewelry those priests were decked out in was a wonder to behold. Straight up dripping. No. Please don't. Hey, you don't complain when Iniko says it. That level of craftsmanship is to be expected of yours people, I guess. They were really generous as well. Practically forced those opals on you. And that blueprint. You're misunderstanding that one, sir. That was for ye. It's a sword blueprint that's been passed down since the conception of that temple. A form worthy of the dragon's might, as they put it. Then they wasted it. I know you won't hear it now, but if you ever feel different, I'd be honored to forge it for you. We eventually got ready to head back. I was worried about the lack of trees around us, but Baya seemed unbothered. We headed out to the courtyard where slowly but surely she grew a whole tree. Its branches were stark white and covered in gleaming leaves. I asked her afterwards what kind of tree it was, but she just replied that it was the dream of the soil. Didn't know what that meant. The priest looked very touched by its appearance. But we needed to be on our way, so into the tree we went. We stopped by Baya's and then headed over there, or here. So that's that. Never had such a depressing walk back to the tavern. Oh, quit your yapping. We were going on and on about this all the way over here, too. That's easy for you to say. After all, you got those gems. Great for your stupid competition. Some of us were a bit off by the quest failing. Why don't you just come out and say what your problem is? My problem is that you're acting like everything's fine. It stopped raining.
Progress.
Did it stop? Seems like it. Is everyone okay? More or less. Yeah. What about Melly and the others? I need to... I'll go. Alright. Thanks, Rhea. I'll take my leave. We told her story. There's no other reason for me to stick around. I know this is a hard time for all of us, but I need to check on Grace. Goodbye, Hex.
Hi, Lynn.
It's getting late. There's always room for you upstairs if you get tired, Lynn. It's fine. I'll keep you company. Things must be really dire if you're offering that. What do they say? Desperate times call for desperate measures. Last Dawn. Oh no, they look sad too.
Clay looks very annoyed.
Welcome back.
What if we get a bad ending, Splode? Nothing seemed to work out.
What if we got the bad ending because we didn't give her a drink?
Who? We didn't give Fable a drink?
Yeah.
We didn't have an option to.
Who's Turtle Lady? It's Jade.
It's Jade, best girl.
The Clay's best boy.
Yes.
Keep it. Okay,
It's good to see you too.
where are the others? Inico's outside trying to calm Voy down. We didn't want him to throw up in your tavern. That's right, he's Dave now.
God fucking damn it, Dave.
Did he have a panic attack? I hope Tia isn't giving him too hard of a time about it.
Is Tia dead?
She isn't, right? No. Where is she then? Gone. She's gone. She left? Who is Tia again?
She's the dragon lady. Stretch. Left page, middle right.
Oh, Tia. Got it.
Stretch. That's positive, I suppose.
No, she's dead.
Tia can't be dead.
You're right. She's way too stubborn to die. Well, she did. I'm sorry. That's awful. Yeah, you don't have to tell us that. Is anyone else? No, we got away just in time. That's good. What about Fable? Did you see them there in the chasm maybe? No, we didn't find them. Though... What? I found a bunch of broken arrows not too far from the portal. They were all engraved with pretty flowers. I think they were there. They just didn't come back. I hope they're okay. Maybe with a drink they would have been okay. Clay. What do you mean? You didn't make him a drink and keep? We had a bit of a fight. So you willfully endangered them? I had hoped it would stop them from going. Nothing could ever stop Fable from helping people, you idiot. I realize that now. If Fable is dead, I'm gonna rage. You should thank the dragons. I care more about my friend's eardrums than I care about yelling at you. I already regret it well enough, don't you worry. You better. If anything happened to them...
Oh, sad ears.
They end up like Alethea, I know. Me too. Sad ears. We shouldn't have left without her. Her body wasn't exactly cooperative. We couldn't have taken it with us if we tried. Don't call her that. What? And it's Clay. He's right. Have some respect. I'm just saying. Well, stop saying it. Alright, you three, calm down. No need to spill more blood. Please, tell us what happened. What does it matter? We abandoned her. That's what happened. We didn't do that. We sure abandoned the world. Our angel would be disappointed in us. It's not like we had much of a choice. You would say that, wouldn't you? What's that supposed to mean? You always run. Of course you wouldn't choose anything else. I ran because I have something to get back to, Clay. So did she. Okay, how about a drink for calming all those nerves? No. Time and place. I'll take one. Need to tell you what happened after all, even though I rather wouldn't. Got anything to make that easier? I'm running out of secrets, though. Don't worry, there's no need for trading today. I don't have anything to wash away the regret. But maybe I can get you something to make the words flow easier. Another spoken heart? Fucking death.
Sloat, I think we should do a spoken heart for him.
Too bad he's getting 1,000 wins. Or a sunny breeze.
To defend against the pain. You can't get a sunny breeze.
So, huh?
Oh, yeah, you can. Never mind.
Sparking heart, sunny breeze, or 1,000 wins.
Spoken heart. The man's a creature of the similar things, you know, minus his fucking name. Yeah, I don't get how she's sleeping like that. If they
You stop him? No. Okay. It had disappeared for a sec. He was faster than us somehow. Melly and Baya drew us a map to the portal so we could get there quickly, but Steam good? It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry. When we arrived, we found a note stapled to a tree. It read, "If you value your lives, go home." He knew you were coming? Apparently, Jade and Tia argued about what to do, but we didn't exactly have a lot of options. So we went after him, right into the Twilight Chasm. It was calling it the realm of nightmares seems like an understatement in retrospect. Wouldn't have made it without Boy. And Tia's light. And Tia's light. Ran into the necromancer on his way back and didn't even catch him before he got to Ur. He looked unharmed. It's ridiculous how easy it must have been for him. In his hands he held an axe shaped like a dragon's talon, pulsating with mythical energy, or magical energy. It was smaller than I thought it would be. Magic weapons tend to be size adjustable. Oh, right. Maybe we should have stood a chance if we hadn't walked right into a cluster of nightmare creatures. I thought maybe they'd be a good distraction for him too, but the necromancer called on them for aid in the chasm's tongue. Boy said he promised them freedom and endless nightmares. And just like that, they sided with him, and we were up against a necromancer, a god's axe, and a horde of monsters. We thought we were well protected. The frost armor, it helped at first, kept the creature's sharp claws at bay, but Whenever the necromancer got close to one of us, he'd cast some sort of modified fire spell first thing. It melted our armor and most of our defenses. At least we were fast enough to avoid most of the attacks thrown at us. Guess I was right about the speed. Doesn't feel that good though, without Tia here to hear my I told you so. The fire must have been difficult for you, Dave. It was. I managed not to get caught in it until we were pushed to the edge of the Twilight Chasm back to the portal we had entered from. That's where he was heading to, back towards Gaia. The others had already been pushed out by the nightmare creatures, but I was still in his way. When his fire magic hit me in the chest and I stumbled backwards, falling onto the jagged ground, I froze. Wish I hadn't, but fear took hold of me and I couldn't move. I lay there, charred, bleeding, terrified, and he just looked at me. I thought, this is it. It's over. I'm going to abandon Melly after all. And then, after what felt like an eternity, he just walked away through the portal and left me there, alive. I scrambled after him, of course. After I regained my senses, I don't know why he spared me. Maybe he briefly remembered he has a fucking heart. Maybe. It doesn't matter, I guess. When I charged back into the fight, it looked even worse than it had moments ago. Every time a monster went down, he just brought them back up.
You okay, bud?
You want to turn off the light? Maybe it's bothering them. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's coming right back. We couldn't break through, couldn't even get close to him until Clay cut down 4 of them at once, and Tia was quick enough to take advantage of the opening. Suddenly, she was face to face with Necromancer, fighting him one-on-one, right in the middle of the moon pools under Cassiopeia's light. It's true, you know. You can see all of the 7 moons reflected in their clear waters at once. It would have looked beautiful if it hadn't been for all the blood. I tried to get her and help, but I kept getting swarmed. Tia's blood is gold. Did you know that? No, and I wish I didn't know now. Yeah, me too. I'll spare you all the details. She fell and he struck her again and again until she stayed down. And then he brought her back. Her body, that is. Artia wasn't in there anymore. She would never have fought Clay willingly. I was trying to get to him, but she just wasn't letting me through. And I couldn't hurt her. She's my best friend. We kept trying to fight, kept trying to channel our anger into victory against him. But I couldn't stop thinking about who was going to end up with empty eyes next. When I heard Clay scream after Tia cut through his shoulder, I had to do something. So I yelled out for all of us to run. Iniko pulled Boy away, clearing a path for us to escape, and I tried to pull Clay away from Tia, away from his death. He's much stronger than me, though. So I called out to Jade for help. For the record, I think we're cowards for leaving, but Tia would have beaten my ass if I had let Clay die.
It was the right decision. I'm sorry, I'm just seeing.
Yeah, I don't know.
One of us, marked by the knee. Was
No,
the right
her paws went here, but she kind of fell. Her back claw went into my leg.
Still, what?
It was the right decision. You decided to save each other. Tia would have been proud of you. I don't know about that, but at least we're alive. At least you're alive. Jade helped me pull Clay away from the fight, and we ran. We ran and ran until Void collapsed, and then he got back up. We made our way to your tavern. And now we're here. I'm glad you all made it back, but I'm sorry you had to go through all that. Why did we have to? Why didn't Cassiopeia save us? Save her? The dragons are neutral. The dragons are... Sure are. Real,
Guess it was motherfuckers and now fuckers.
Yeah, the real fucker is the madman who killed her. We have to go back. I don't think that's a good idea, bud. We have to. We have to retrieve her body. He can't have her. Now he can use her to navigate that stupid portal, and she would hate that. She would hate being turned into another monster he can use. If we can't get her back, we at least have to bring her here to give her a proper burial. We can't do that, Clay. We don't even know where they are right now. If we had stayed, we might. But we didn't. Thanks to you. But it is what it is, right? You say we can't go back, so we can't change anything. We screwed up. We played right into his hands. All this power and strength and magic, and we didn't change anything. Hold on. I'm sure you did your best. What's the point of doing that if it doesn't save anyone? I can't even feel her anymore. The bracelet, it's just empty. There's just an absence where Tia should be. I feel like if we had just done something different. If I hadn't been so stubborn. I don't know if you could have changed anything. Why do you sound so sure of that? I think the necromancer, I think he heard everything, what you planned, I mean. How could that even be possible? After you left the jackdaw near my window, I think it was a spy, and it heard everything. What? 6 years, 11 months, and 20 days.
Another 10 days, 11 days, and you know. Oh, you joined us right before Christmas. How does it make you feel anymore?
How did that even happen? How did you not notice that? I don't know. I'm sorry. All I'm saying is, it's not your fault the plan failed. He outsmarted us. All of us. So there's nothing we could have done. That can't be right. What's the point of all this then? If he knows everything, then we might as well give up. He has Yur's axe. He has an army of nightmare creatures and more. And she's gone. The only person who'd know what to do is gone. And we don't have a magic greatsword either. You gotta be kidding me. What? Honored? That's not word.
Yeah. Me too. I can't wait till we just learn that Lynn's sword is like a magic sword that can cut through anything wielded by her grandmother.
Hi, baby. Magic flame was put out by the flood. So we've lost. It's over.
Not yet.
He hasn't won yet either. Even if it feels like he has. We're still here, so we can still fight. We can still stand in his way. Hope will only abandon us if we let it. You're right. Us giving up, that's not what she would have wanted. What she would have wanted was to live, to get a chance to be more than some pointless martyr. I want her back. Clay, no, I don't want to hear anything else from you. You didn't even notice a spying bird in your tavern, or maybe you did, who knows? You're dishonest with us all the time. Do you even really care about any of this?
Of course I care.
I care more than you could ever imagine. I wish I could bring her back too, Clay. Well, can you? No. What help are you then?
I am here to let you yell at me, you dick.
Alright. Screw this. I'm done hearing excuses and I'm done pretending we'll make it through this. Clay, please stay.
Definitely longest. commitment I've ever had. Hooray!
Can I have one of those drinks now? Don't want to go after him. If I was him, I'd kill all of us too. So, no. What kind of drink do you want? I don't know. Something fast, maybe. Didn't help with the fight, but might help my stomach. It's worth a shot, I guess. Speed. We can make her a hot cocoa.
Hot cocoa.
Put a sprinkle in it. Shot of defense. Shot of charisma. And 2 shots of speed. Fast and quick. Just how I like it. What kind of drink did she like? Defense all the way. That's up.
Uh-oh. This does not look good.
What happened?
I don't know.
Is that supposed to happen? Back around 2, baby. I mean, we got an achievement.
Yeah.
Is that not? Oh.
What?
Keyboard's locked. You killed Fable. Doesn't say. Can you look up the uh-oh achievement?
Yeah.
Boop.
Oh, it's just finishing Act 3.
Oh. Wonder what happened. Well. What? Someone should go after Clay at some point. We'll need his help. We don't have time to let ourselves fall apart right now. Easy for you to say. You weren't there. Ben's right. We have time. We'll have time to feel defeated once we're dead. Right now, all is not lost. Not yet. Sure, it's just a bit hard to buy this never give up crap right now. If you know how to salvage all of this, feel free to share with the class. I'm serious. I won't even roll my eyes at any heroic speeches right now. Yeah, I figured. So what? Do you just want to give up? I don't know. Clay was right. It's getting pretty hard to see the point. Exactly what got us into this mess to begin with. What? Your failure? No. This asshole's ambivalence. Huh, I think you guys need to take a good hard look at reality. I don't like betting on losing horses. Of course, did enough pro bono today. How much will it cost you to get you interested again? Oh, you can fuck right off. You'll see ya. What's up, Dave? Think this through. What would you even do? Where would you go? Don't patronize me for trying to save myself. Dave's right. There won't be anywhere to go soon. I don't want to hear it, Innkeeper. What do you even know? All you do is sit here and watch everything fall apart around you. Don't you dare lecture me on this. I don't think that's very fair of you to say. You really want to talk about fair? Must be easy, huh? All up on your high horse watching us struggle every day. And all you can spare is some half-assed commentary and a few pleasantries. I'm sorry. I didn't realize your mercenaries cared so much. Well, I got there in the end. Did you? Should have figured. Explains why that bird spying on us all this time was also just a footnote for you. Hey. You always go on and on about your responsibilities as an innkeeper. How is it your duty to serve anyone that walks through those doors? If that necromancer asshole walked in here, would you offer him an ear and listen to his story? Would you serve Alethia's murderer a drink with the same smile like you do for us?
I already did. About that.
Hey, maybe he'd bring her corpse along. Good thing you'd already know what drink to serve her. That's cruel. Why are you defending them? You should be just as pissed as me. That elf is gone because they couldn't get over their own ego, right? For all we know, Fable could be dead in a ditch somewhere. We wouldn't know. My drinks aren't miracle tinctures. They can't move mountains. But they could provide the edge between life and death, couldn't they? And you decided to refuse them that help because you were petty. Not like it matters now. Don't talk like Fable's already dead. Maybe you should have thought harder before letting Fable walk away like that. What happened to believing in them? If there's even a chance they might come back, I'll keep these tavern doors open. Good to know you seem to have somewhat of a heart. Whatever. Whatever? I don't know what else you want me to say. Just try to say something that doesn't make it sound like you've already given up. Like you didn't give up the moment things turned rough in the chasm. That was different. People were dying. A lot of people will die soon because we ran. So unless you have some big idea for how to fix this world... Oh, I know. You can just set up another hit, Dave. That way someone else can take care of your problems again. It won't... it just won't be me this time. Innkeeper, Lynn, it's been real. Or not. But risking Clay's temper seems more meaningful than sitting here. So, goodbye. She does have a point, doesn't she? I don't know what to do anymore. On our way back from the Highlands, I was thinking I could just go see my family, but would I even reach them before the sun sets for the last time? I could have tried. Instead, I'm here. I'm not sure why. There must be something left to do. Maybe if we have the element of surprise with your sword, we might... No, this sword can't save the world. Neither can I. Oh! Fable! Am I seeing things? She's got horns now.
And a fucked up face.
I don't know if that's like fur or supposed to be like scratches. Fable? Hello, everyone. Greetings, adventurer. Welcome back. I'm back. Somebody pinched me. Ow. Said pinch, not punch, Lynn. Was she always gold? Yeah, she was always gold. That wasn't a punch. I'll show you. Wait, it's really me. Even though I do look a little different. Is it weird? No, it suits you. Looking badass, Alfie. Thanks. I like it too. I like the horns. They look very horny. Nope, that sounds wrong. Let me try again. Take your time. They are very pretty. Beautiful? Effervescent? Do you need one of your own drinks, innkeeper? Well, what I really want to say is, I'm so glad you're okay, Fable. And I'm happy you're back. I'm really happy to see you as well, innkeeper. And there's so much for all of us to talk about. Wait, before that, first and foremost, I want to say I'm truly sorry. I should never have refused to make you a drink, no matter what insecurities I was dealing with. I should have never let them get in the way of keeping you safe. I made it back, didn't I? And I thank the dragons for that. But I still ended up acting like a giant hypocrite. None of my encouragement was ever given in falsehood, yet learning to trust in the abilities I knew you had. It was hard to trust in you while the worry for your well-being was eating me whole. The worry of losing a friend. Don't you mean regular? No, you're my friend. If you'll still have me. You know, I thought a lot about our last conversation. I was upset at first, but most of all, I was afraid. Afraid that we'd never talk again. I didn't even know if I ever wanted to come back to this tavern. Maybe the me from a few weeks ago would have just stayed away, but you're important to me too, Inkeep. And I wanted to be brave for the both of us. So I came back to hear you out. And I'm happy I did. Glad you're both finally able to resolve this. That conversation must have really eaten into your word count for the day, Innkeeper. Worth it. But yes, you'll have to carry me from here on out, Dave. I'll try my best. Oh, right. Guys, we don't have time to chat. There's this necromancer that stole yours axe. I don't know who he is or what he wants to do with it, but we have to stop him. Why are you guys looking at me like that? It might be good to get everyone up to speed. You go first, Fable. You got us on the edge of our seats. Well, as you know, I was searching for Melly around the portal to the Twilight Chasm. I couldn't find any clues, not with the devastation left behind after the flood. And then a thought struck me. What if Melly was pulled into the portal by the waves? That would have been a nightmare. Literally. And even if I could swear I saw the shadows around the portal moving, or the fact that it's the entrance to the plane called the Nightmare Realm, I couldn't just abandon my friend, so I went through the portal. How did that go for you? To be honest, I barely remember what happened when I first went through. The distorted landscape, the giant gangly creatures roaming around. My heart was beating out of my chest. All my blood was in my ears again. Eventually, I found an alcove that gave me some shelter, but I just couldn't stop freaking out. In my blind panic, I had run so far away from where I entered that the chance of finding any traces of Melly was almost zero. So what did you do next? I must have fallen asleep. What? Excuse me? Well, all that running and worrying got me so exhausted I must have just passed out. It was weird falling asleep in such a strange place. I couldn't remember any dreams afterwards, just a sense of disquiet and unease. But when I woke up, the Twilight Chasm looked different to me. It didn't scare me so much anymore. Moreover, I felt almost melancholic as I regarded its deep purple horizons. So Fable went to hell and back, literally, yeah, probably just about. And suddenly, close to my alcove, where spiky mountains split the sky, I saw entrances to tunnels that hadn't been there before. My curiosity got the better of me, and I ventured inside. The deeper I went, the more I started seeing veins of precious stones lining the walls. And soon the tunnel widened into a huge cave. And I mean, it was huge. Gigantic. Huge. I wasn't even able to see the ceiling anymore. Turns out, somehow I stumbled from the Twilight Chasm into the center of Ur, the plane, not the dragon, but in front of me was the sleeping form of the Elder Dragon themselves, looking more awake than they should have been. I can only guess that the water covering the floor must have roused them. The flood had even managed to reach Yur's cavern. You mean the dragon that, if woken too early, will bring about the end of everything was awake? Yes. Great. Another apocalypse.
Let's go.
Do we get double points for a combo? Wait. I haven't finished my tale yet. But you're right, it didn't look good, especially when the necromancer appeared. I hid behind a formation of stalagmites as soon as I noticed him. Something about his presence and armor seemed off. He was followed by a couple of undead creatures dressed in farmer's clothing. I was still debating whether to reveal myself or not when he began to cast a strange spell. A green mist started to coalesce around Ir's head, then their eyes flew fully open. I was stunned when I saw their gaze. Their presence had suddenly become stifling. Whatever strange visions the mist revealed seemed to enrage them. Their roar must have shaken the whole plane. But while Ir was distracted, the necromancer tried to retrieve their fabled axe wrapped in their tail. It was a gut feeling, but I just couldn't let him take that axe. I had to stop him. So Fable likes it huge. But as he took hold of the large weapon, he turned to look right at me. My legs felt like goo. I was shaking so bad. It was hard to draw breath. I knew at that moment, should I try to fight him, I would die. It was by pure luck that, in that moment, Yer struck off the mist and lunged for the intruder. The undead creatures used their bodies to shield him, shattering upon impact with Yer's claws. While the necromancer cast the same mist spell again. The spell connected with ease, giving him the precious seconds he needed to escape. For a while, nothing happened. There was just silence. I think desperation made me brave, or blind to consequences, but I could hesitate no longer. If that necromancer was to use the axe for evil while I had the chance to stop him and didn't, so I abandoned my hiding spot and ran towards Europe, begging them for help. You just asked the Elder Dragon for help? Yes, it seemed like my only option at the time. How did they answer? Why does he look like that?
He's enchanted by her. The story of Fable being brave?
With a riddle. It went something like this. Gems and jewels I create, yet my most precious treasure I still await. Sought by many, found by the lucky, it blessed the oldest and youngest before it struck me. No mortal stands against it, an immortal's delight. So close to death, unseeing you find. What little mortal do I seek?
That's easy. I already got it figured out.
I always loved riddles. Can't relate. I appreciate their lyricism. To be honest, I could barely think past all the emotions warring within me. And so I just said the first thing on my mind. I told them how much I didn't want to answer a riddle just then. Saving people shouldn't depend on getting a riddle right. And if you still wanted something in the first place, maybe they shouldn't speak in riddles. And communicate clearly instead. Wow. You said that to their face? I got caught up in the moment. It seemed to surprise them, judging by their rumbling chuckle they let out. Eventually, Ear told me that all they wanted to do was fall back asleep. So I pulled out my lute and played Ear the Elder Dragon a lullaby. Just as I could see their eyes starting to droop, they lifted one gigantic talon to my forehead. A strange heat ran through my body, and a floating orb of blinding blue fire appeared in front of me. It was so warm and kind. It tickled my nose, and when I couldn't hold in my laughter any longer, I accidentally ate it. Before I could panic about wasting your gift, their gaze let me know that everything was fine. Oh, they're scales then. Got it. That their flame would stay with me from then on, and that this strength was their boon to me, to this world. The makeover was included, I guess. And that's all there is to it, really. I think that was plenty.
Do you want it now?
That's astonishing. It's not like I did anything special. Anyone in my position would have done the same. No, I think this has Fable written all over it. I did forget to bring a cool trinket. I did forget to bring a cool trinket back for you. I think you brought back something a lot more important. Hope. Oh. Alfie, are you saying we can actually produce dragonfire now? I think so. I practiced recreating the orb on my way here, but I still have a long way to go. Huh. I feel like I'm missing some context here. Later. I need to get Rio right now. Rumor unlocked. Friendly fire. That was fast. Can't blame her. I heard you might have some dragonfire for me. Sword. Good to see you back in one piece, Fable. Good to be back in one piece. So, what's the situation? Is there a new plan? Yes. Maybe. We'll need to figure out the details. But it's fair to say we've been given another shot. Right. If there's any smithing to be done, you let me know. I'm with you. How long do you think you'll need to reforge the sword? With that blueprint from the Highlands, it'll go a lot quicker.
I need to pee now.
Want me to wait?
Yeah, it should only be like 10 seconds. Go ahead.
What happened? What do you mean? Oh. Nothing, technically. We haven't even started the chapter yet, so... If we lost connection, it's fine. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, you... What?
I was gonna give you a treat just in lieu of cake right now.
Oh, it's fine. Ice blood! Ice blood! Ice blood! Meow, 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 meow.
I'm all crap.
Oh my god. Good morning. Good morning. You don't know how refreshing it is to see you three all together again. Likewise. Did you rest well? Not much, but well. Night night. We wanted to spend.
You gotta read that like I night.
Oh, sorry. I night.
There you go.
We wanted to spend the whole night planning while Ria worked on the sword, but Una forced us to sleep. She's always valued nap time. Innkeeper, I've observed you put up quests for us. I did. And you even thought about defending the roots. Very smart, Innkeeper, very smart. I assume that means you all did too? Of course we did. We made plans and backup plans and teams and everything. What kind of team did you join? Fable's going to fight that big bad necromancer guy with their cool new dragon powers. I just wanted you to know that did make me actually laugh out loud. Which one? Which what? What? The High Knight.
Yeah. This house says hi to me anytime I enter her channel and use the metal pipe as my entrance.
I would act like that too if you fucking made that obnoxious noise every time you entered my chat.
Well, I don't have the chance to because somebody doesn't stream as much anymore.
As much? You mean at all?
Yeah.
Well, things happen. And we'll be making sure the zombies don't eat people. Together with Baya and Archie, we'll evacuate the capital and Zenith too. There shouldn't be any people around when his undead army arrives. Did he show you how many channel points he used in my stream this year? You can look at that.
There was this stream recap came out.
Oh, interesting.
I've used about 51,000 points.
The amount of channel points he uses to annoy me. Other than our extermination team, obviously. That seems reasonable. With Baya's help, it should go quickly, too. Right? First, we wanted to ask her to teleport Team Cool Sword to the aperture, but Baya says she can't talk to the trees in the Forbidden Valley. They're too weird. Too weird for Baya? Must be some strange trees. Yeah, I really want to see them, but it's too dangerous, so I'll just have to wait until I'm older. Archie's going to help us convince the people in charge about the approaching danger. I'll help with providing good arguments and keeping things organized. And Dave will lead our group and scout out escape routes. And after that, you're staying behind for the battle, Dave? No, I'm staying with Melly. I'll bring everyone to safety and protect them there. Not out for revenge. I trust my friends will deliver it for me. I do want the Necromancer to be defeated, but I don't want to leave Melly alone again, even more. So you want to stay out of it. I want to live. Oh. Wow, you knew that number off the top of your head. I had to go check. What?
51,000 channel points I've used in her channel, and they've only been an affiliate for like what, 5 months maybe?
Jesus Christ.
Look, I support friends.
Since mid-May.
Okay, so 6-7 months. Look, I have a weird thing when it comes to numbers. If I can associate them with something, I remember them, good, bad, or indifferent.
How are you?
Huh?
How are you associating them?
Numbers? 51,000?
Yeah.
Associating with annoyance to Mudkip, primarily.
That doesn't mean I'm not gonna make fun of you for it.
100%.
Plus, Melly will need an assistant. I couldn't ask for a better one. Agreed. Now, I know you didn't put up a quest for the evacuation, but could you give me a drink for the road? Something tasty to motivate me. We'll have to convince a lot of people we haven't gone mad. Another spoken heart there, fucking Dave.
Look, man likes his drink. It's like how some people, when they go to restaurants, see chicken tendies and go, yeah, I want that.
Now, I'm going to ask you this question because you make fun of me a lot for it. When was the last time we went out to a restaurant and I ordered chicken tendies?
When was the last time we went to a restaurant that had chicken tendies?
Red Robin has chicken tendies.
Yeah, but you were already talking about a burger.
A burger. Still?
I'm saying if we go to like a new restaurant and you aren't sure what to get and you see chicken tendies.
Sometimes a place has too many options, okay?
Like, you remember the time we went to visit my dad and we didn't realize it was my stepmom's birthday and we went to a fancy ass restaurant and both of us just looked and went, so chicken tendies are on the menu.
You mean the cheapest thing on the menu? Save your dad some money?
When it comes to food, my dad doesn't give a shit about money.
That's why you look at the menu beforehand online. I do, but I was not prepared. I didn't have enough time.
Yeah, we did not know what we were. He was like, oh yeah, you guys are 5-10 minutes away. Meet us at this restaurant.
Why not chicken nuggets? Because most places don't have chicken nuggets. Fast food restaurants have chicken nuggets. restaurants have
And
chicken
Spode will
tendies.
always choose chicken nuggets as an extra. If
I
you
like
can.
chicken nuggets.
I am not saying anything against like McDonald's and Wendy's. Solid chicken nuggets. Burger King, no.
Burger King in general, just
Also-
no.
Also, just to date this video a little bit, so do you know anything about the whole United Health CEO shit going on?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know how they allegedly found the shooter?
No.
They
I
were-
haven't watched TikTok yet today.
So they were at a McDonald's and one of the employees snitched on them. And
So McDonald's is about to go out of business.
Burger King made a post and just went, "We don't snitch here."
How'd they know it was him though?
I don't know. But it's so many levels of shit.
The fucking McDonald's employee narc.
So allegedly, I did not fact check any of this. I'm treating this as if it's just like what's it called? Almost like the Truman Show. Just like watching it like reality, like TV. And thought we were united in this country on something. So, and they didn't call the tip line because they called it to get the money. They called 911, so they didn't even get the money.
So they're stupid too.
Allegedly. I don't know how,
No, I fucking believe it.
but like, I'm treating this as if it's just.
How much was it worth? 10K was it?
So it's been mixed. It was either 10K or 50K. The post I said was only 10K.
50K would buy me a nice place. It'd
Yeah.
pay off this place.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it either. Are you kidding? Are you to ruin this arc that we like the vigilante arc we got going?
It's fucking Batman villain.
I don't even know if I could call him a Batman villain at this point.
Anti-hero? I
At
don't
this
know.
point, he's the Punisher.
Yeah.
But like, my thing is, just the vigilante arc is providing the greatest memes, where we just see our love for the Costco CEO and Arizona Tea CEO. That shit is so fucking good. Oh shit. Ain't no way I would have narked on that guy.
I'm the Ben & Jerry's CEO. Todd, are you broken? What the fuck?
So, I don't. Cat is liquid.
You can post that in Animals.
Yeah, I need to, because people are gonna be like, "What photoshopped cat is this?"
It's not. Todd is just liquid.
And then the Ben & Jerry's CEO, and then Mark Cuban, who's like, "I have enough money and invest in other people." Again, I haven't done any research for any of this. It's just regurgitating.
Anyways.
But I just needed to share that because that was so fucking funny today. Your controller disconnected.
Oh. Anyways.
Enjoy the Animals channel on the Discord.
Oh,
And
neither have I. Who has time for that? What secret do you have for me this time? A really big one. What could possibly still surprise me now? My real name? I'm all ears. It's Neil. Neil Broom. Broom?
I'm gonna go with Brum.
I'm just here for the ride. It's a stupid name, I know, but I think I'm done pretending to be someone else. So, Neil it is. I love it. Neil. It's so cute. Can I give you a nickname? Neely? Nelson? Nelly? Like Melly, but with an N? Neil is fine, I think.
Yeah. Yo, Nelly and Melly. I like it.
I've been wondering for quite some time if their true name was as cool as all of their aliases, but it suits him well. Solving the dispute with his parents and warming up to the people around him really did wonders. It's good to see they found their own voice again.
It only took how many spoken hearts? What the flip is happening to Todd? Just here for the ride.
Todd is liquid. Cats are liquid, don't you know? They take shape of whatever thing you put them in. Neil, it suits you really well. Thank you, Fable.
Such a nice name. Definitely earns you a drink.
That twist, though.
Do the twist.
I was hoping you'd say that. Thank you for helping me be myself. Wouldn't have it any other way. I'll make sure Neil is just as charming as Zephyr, or Malachite, or John, then. I appreciate it. One broken heart. Can I make this from scratch yet? Or like memory? Nope. One spoken heart. After we pet Andu. Some additional charm. Not that you need it. This is delicious, thank you. I hope this will make me more bearable to the townsfolk. I find you plenty bearable. Thanks. Innkeeper? Yes, Fable? I've been meaning to tell you. Thank you for everything you've done for me. Without you pushing me to go on that werewolf quest, I wouldn't have gained the confidence to face you. You're one of the best friends I've ever had. Fable,
Stop it.
Stop it. You're gonna make me blush.
In front of Neil, he's gonna get other thoughts. He might kill me. The man put up a hit quest on his own parents. Seems like the jealous type.
I have a confession to make. Let me guess. You don't actually know how to make hot chocolate. I do know how to make hot chocolate.
I have the power.
Actually, I recently learned how. Would you like one? You're trying to distract us. Yes, they are, but I'd still like one. I'll accept it when you're done telling us your secrets. I'll trade you your confession for the chance to make me a hot cocoa. I see I've taught you well. Alright? This is scarier than I thought it'd be. I know, but you can do it. That crazy necromancer, the truth is, I know him pretty well. He's my former best friend. That makes sense. It does? Well, I always knew they were hiding something. And when I saw the flowers on the necromancer's armor, it reminded me of the letter you refused to open. Yeah, the letter was...
something.
So, you two were friends? We were in an adventuring party together. It was us and 4 others. Aquila, Agius, Alkane, and Kaya. Oh, it's been ages since I've said their names out loud. We spent quite a few years together. What happened? They died. Our friends. They... Remember the other necromancer you were researching, Melly? Obviously. Is he their reincarnation? Was I right? Not quite. But we fought her, Carbrosia, a couple of times. She was obsessed with immortality and would do anything to get it. To us, it was like a game. She'd do something horrible, we'd stop her goons, she'd get away. We got so used to it that we became careless and arrogant. We didn't quite realize how dangerous she really was. Thinking ourselves invincible, we went into our last fight unprepared. And my friends paid for it with their lives. Fable, to be honest, I thought that was what would happen to you when you went into the Twilight Chasm. I thought he'd be the end of you. I see. I understand why you were scared. I just wish you would have told me. Me too. When we fought her, they all went down so quickly. Aquila got mind controlled and struck down Alkane. Kaya went down trying to heal Aegeus. We tried so hard to keep fighting despite it all, to not give up, and then suddenly they were all gone, and it was only me and Kesar. Kesar? Is that his name? Yes. Kesar Dustbringer. Is that his real name? Yes. Jealous? A little. He grew up in the Order of Starlight. It was a different subsection from Tia's, but I guess Cassiopeia's servants have a flair for dramatic names. We...
got along immediately.
The Cassiopeian and Leviathan symmetry kicked in right away, I guess. You worship the Great Sea Serpent? Yeah, I'm not much of a cleric or paladin type, though. I prefer more direct communication. Cool. We both had a lot of similar practices our party members found weird and off-putting. It was fun. But the other necromancer, Carbrosia, that one, she died, right? So you defeated her after all? No. Yes, well, Kesar did. When I saw my friends I was pretty sure it was all over, that we'd lost. I was hopeless and scared, so I ran. I ran and I didn't stop until I was too far gone to turn back. I get that. Running's pretty easy when you're scared. And that must have been really scary to lose your friends like that.
Don't know. Because, like, it was, but it wasn't the right to leave them behind. I'd feel bad because everybody else left Tia behind. But, so it was. I did the right thing by leaving.
Otherwise, I might have joined them. And then I wouldn't be here now. I'm glad you're here, even though that choice wasn't easy. Easier than I would have liked it to be. Suddenly, there was an explosion of intense magic from where I had escaped from. I'm pretty sure he used the Soul Shatter spell to defeat her. That sounds... shattering. Like something Hex would use. We stole it from a mad wizard back in the day. It was clearly too dangerous to be used, so we all agreed to keep the scroll safe and untouched. But he didn't. We didn't. We both wanted to study it, despite the warnings. And while the others were partying or getting into tavern brawls or petting were-owls, we studied a scroll that could rip souls asunder. I don't think either of us ever planned on using it, but we were young and curious. The allure of powerful magic is a difficult one to ignore. I think when I escaped and he refused to run with no other options left, he used it against her. And it shattered Carbrosia's soul. It clearly won him the fight, but it didn't bring them back. How have we never heard about any of this? You have, in a way. It happened 30 years ago. Yes. I was wondering why he opened the first sigil 30 years ago and then waited so long for the others. I guess it was an accident, opening the portals, I mean. That's what it did, right? With her soul, turning it into a portal. I think so, yes. And now he wants to bring your friends back. We can all relate to that right now. There's nothing I wouldn't give to see them again, my old friends, and Tia too, but the past has already happened and I can't change it, no matter how much I want to. I want to honor the love they taught me, the ways they changed me, and the life I still get to live. They're worth so much more than only remembering the worst thing that ever happened to them. And I don't want to destroy myself any more than my cowardice already did. You are a little bit of a coward. You could have told us this at the beginning. I didn't want it to be him, I guess. Nor did I want to choose sides. He's still my friend, even after all he's done. Even after he put on Caprocia's armor and abandoned his oath, I guess no one wants to accept that their friend has become someone unrecognizable to them. I'm sorry that happened to you, to the both of you. It feels good to finally say it out loud. Is that weird? Not at all. Do you think we can share this with the others? His name and the story, I mean? If you want to. I fear Lynn will crush me, though. I'll put in a good word for you. Do you hate me now? Of course not. You're our friend. Our occasionally stupid, shady, and sad friend, but our friend nonetheless. And Kisar is your friend. I also wouldn't know what to do if I had to fight against my friends. I'd like to think I wouldn't want to hurt them either. But you really do have to start taking your own advice. So I've heard. Thank you, Fable.
You really are my favorite regular.
Good, because you're my favorite innkeeper. So don't go anywhere, okay? Not this time, I promise. Do I get a hot chocolate now, or are we going to be sad for another hour? I'll get you your hot chocolate. Thank you for being patient.
I enjoy her.
Wow, a specific order. Oh my god. What did I put in this? Crystal. A sprinkle.
Sprinkle of crystal. Little dab of this. Little dab of communication. And balls to the wall with intellect or agility. Why are you pouring it on the handle?
Because it feels it. Should I make myself hot cocoa? I feel like I should now. Do it.
Do it. Send us a photo. You won't.
Can we have cake in hot cocoa?
I'll make the cake. You do the hot cocoa. Can I not criticize Splod's technique so much? No.
How's your tum-tum?
It's fine.
I just asked because you're over it. Ninja burned his tum-tum. Splod, you know what to do. Take the shot. No, I made him take his own shot. I asked him if something still hurt, and then he poked it, and it hurt. Here.
That does look good.
A hot chocolate, Quincy style. Fair. This is perfect. Thank you so much. No zombie shall stand a chance against my chocolatey veins. I have to go run through the garden now. See you in a bit. Good luck, Fable. I'll go with her. We'll check in with you guys after we've won. I'd like that. Once we're back, how about some cheesecake and dancing? That sounds lovely. We can make some flour biscuits too. I'm very excited to try those. Oh, it's my phone that fell. Look at that. Be safe out there. You too, Neil. Sounds better when you say it. Can't wait to hear it again. Oh my god.
Outstanding.
Thank you for sharing all that with us to keep. I guess it was finally my turn to be honest. Do you think we'll win this?
Yes, I believe in all of you. With the power of friendship, if Fairytale's taught me anything.
Right? I know you'll stop him and save us all. Especially with you on the team. You're a really good cheerleader. I know. And even if you don't come back, I'm still glad I got to spend all this time with you. I wouldn't trade it in for the world. Me either, Inkeep. But don't say goodbye just yet. I'm still coming back to pick up that quest. I need to check in with the others first, though. I figured. Thank you for everything, Fable. Couldn't have wished for a better person to share my adventures with. I'll be back in a bit. Be patient.
Not even Neil?
I'll try my best.
Yo, what up, Kyle?
Well, hello, innkeeper. We have returned. Welcome back to my tavern. How are you two doing? Still clinging to those empty lines, are we? You can drop the app now and keep. We all know you're not just a mere babbler after all. Who told you the good news? We met this lovely little girl on our way here. A really chatty kitlin. Maybe she has to overcompensate for that prudent older foster brother of hers. So you know about everything? About your history with the necromancer? For sure. I have to admit, everything makes a lot more sense now. Glad you came back. I think we've all made some mistakes in our past. Some of us married evil fuckers, others ran away because they were afraid. What counts is what you do now, innkeeper. For example, how you help us fix your
fuck up
from 30 years ago. I see you've already put up a quest for us. Good. You're not going to fight alongside Lynn? Oh, fight? Whom are we fighting? The undead army. You know, the one that's marching towards the capital. But who am I to blame them? This sounds like a wonderful stroll through nature. They're not strolling, they're eating away at the roots protecting the capital. That's not very nice. You got that right. And that's why we're gonna stop them. Very well, dear Rhea. Ye and your cape will be welcome additions to the team. Well, there'll also be a few more adventurers accompanying us. Scully, Una, Jade, and Iniko are going to join in on the fun. Iniko? Let's hope their chaotic ideas turn out well. They better. Saving this world and the capital from destruction sounds like a dangerous endeavor.
Oh, don't worry.
It might be just like a regular adventure. Fantastic. I can't wait to be of help to my dear Rhea. I couldn't bear losing yet another person so close to me in my lifetime. Taught you sleep like someone who doesn't pay bills. I know that feeling all too well. Will you both stop worrying before anything bad has even happened yet? That reminds me. Did the sword turn out well? Ha! Excuse me bragging, but it turned out spectacular. I was able to craft a flawless weapon, so deadly, yet beautiful. Kara's Baba passed an astonishing sword onto her. With the Garver's opals and the blueprint those priests gave us, it's my best work to date. More than enough for the Oath or Heart competition. And with the Dragonfire little elfie acquired, it's also strong enough to withstand yours great axe. Already handed my masterpiece over to Sarah. She's got to save this world first before I can win me competition. Are sure you don't want to wield the sword yourself? Nah. I fought my fair share of undead, and I know how to handle them. I'm better off at the capital, and the sword is better off in Kare's hands. It belonged to her Baba once, so naturally, it's Kare's legacy. But there's one more thing you could do. Craving one last drink, Rhea? You see right through me. Anything specific you have in mind for today? Just a drink that won't be my last. Mix us something to help us return to your tavern after all this shit. Agreed. I would love to come back here with my dear Rhea, just to reminisce. Very well. I have two ideas that could work. I can give you something to enhance your dexterity and intelligence, so you can easily predict and avoid all attacks. I top it off with a lotus flower for some extra draconic blessing. That'd be the drink for a purely offensive approach. What would the other drink do? That'd be the choice if you want something less violent. A drink that enhances your natural charisma as well as up your defense. I'd also add some honey flowers to make you extra persuasive. We'll be trying to collect some allies on the way, so we might need to do some convincing. An additional defense seems like a good idea. But smashing the undead creatures' heads together sounds more fun than talking to them. I'm not really much of a charmer, you know. Oh, I find you quite charming. Oh, shush. And we also have Lady Evelyn on our side. She definitely knows how to get a dead heart beating again. I'm speaking from my experience here. Your ex-wife will be joining us? Absolutely. That's an unexpected turn of events. So she's okay? Of course she is. That's a relief. Did you two talk it out? We did, and while there's still a long way to go, we started to reconcile. I'll tell you all about it after we've read The World Calamity. I'm counting on you. I suppose having a powerful vampire countess on our side isn't entirely bad. But now, what about me drink? Have you decided on one yet? No. Both sound reasonable to me. I'll leave it up to you. Charm or violence? What will it be? Better choose wisely. Thank you. That's only mildly threatening. Alright, Ninja. Are we choosing violence or charisma? Or brains?
Charisma and defense. Brother.
Okay, so we can make a hot cocoa, a last whisper.
We've been doing the non-violent route this approach. Gotta keep it up at the end game.
Can make...
And if I've learned anything, the power of allies and friendship wins the battle.
Okay, so again...
I may watch too much anime, but you know.
Hot cocoa, last whisper, 1,000 winds.
I feel... Well, first, do we remember what infusion we need?
Oh. So if we are doing... Wait.
Go back and read the text.
Dexterity and intelligence, so that's this one. So you can put the lotus flower.
Honey flower.
Honey flowers.
Is that the honey flower?
Yeah. It's the only flower.
Are you doing it by looks or?
Yeah. I know my fucking herbs.
Okay, cool.
Alright, so that gives us
Hot
1 to
cocoa.
charisma and that. Like I said, no, we can't. We can do. I think I was looking at this. So, never mind. Charisma. We have 1,000 wins. We have...
I think 1,000 wins is what we gotta go with.
Or spoken heart.
No, 1,000 wins because the honey lotus puts 1 to agility. Plus, this will give them a little more to their defense.
Violence. But why? I just finished making my hot cocoa.
You ever sit down too much and you feel like you have like a rod in your back?
Yes.
Ugh.
Pet Andu.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, Todd.
Okay, I didn't kick that across the room in anger. I just gently tapped it, and I forget how strong I am sometimes.
Great. You'll need all the help you can get. Charm seems like the right approach. I just hope you're not completely delusional. That's called getting old, Ninja. Me too. Better restock your supplies, and Keeper. You're gonna need a whole lot of drinks. I'll take your word for it. May you return successful. Be careful. You're starting to sound like some random NPC again. Let's go, Kyle. And pick up your ex-wife. See you later. Until then, dear innkeeper. Stay safe, you two.
Give it another 3 years, Mudkip. That brings a whole new hard mode to ignoring pain and annoyances.
I'm back. And see you brought Lynn with you. What a pleasant surprise. Good to see you too.
What? We can have it after.
We're taking this quest, if you couldn't tell. Bet. I guess as much. You're not going alone, I hope? Of course not. We're just waiting for the others. Boy, Hex, and Grace will be joining us. We're keeping the team small because it's probably be really hard to get there. But I think Lynn could probably defeat him all by herself anyways. I don't know. I think I work better on a team. I think we all work better when we don't have to go through terrifying experiences on our own. All part of the humanoid experience, I suppose. No philosophizing before a big quest, please. But I love my philosophizing. We know. Are you...
I'm sorry. I'm scheming right now. What is it? Philosophizing before... Go ahead. Scared and excited?
Yeah, both. But it's not the worst combo. We're excited for an epic fight and scared because we care about this world and each other. Scheming live on stream, shake my head. Or
so much hate, my head.
Much. I always read SMA just shaking my head.
I'm glad there's other people in this world that understand SMH used to mean so much hate. And I don't know what willy-nilly turned it into shaking my head. Now, I still don't get the context of that, and I bring it up every time. So much hate, my head. Doesn't make sense to me. I mean, neither does they wear their heart on their sleeves or whatever.
You don't understand that?
No.
So that means if someone wears their heart on their sleeve, it means it's very visible and they're very open with their emotions.
That still makes no sense to me.
Why not?
I don't know. Why would somebody wear their heart on their sleeve?
Because not everyone is as traumatized as us, Ninja.
Yeah.
No, that's part of why I do it. I think it's stupid, so I say it.
Fair. Because, I mean, I've only seen you and Simon say it. And I figured Simon just picked it up after you.
Why are people staring at sleeves? You see, that's why I have mine right here. Because I don't wear my heart on my sleeve necessarily. I keep it hidden, you know? It's also why it's encased in bone.
Your bone heart. Heart boner.
We're excited for an epic fight and scared because we care about this world and each other. Sometimes I find stupid things funny, you know? Fair. That's why I find Ninja funny.
Walking away from that one.
Oh, you knew that was coming. Come on. Boy, I was thinking the exact same thing. You're welcome for this setup. There we go. That seems like a good thing. I guess if I didn't care, I wouldn't feel so worried about all of you either. Good to be worried then, in a way. Though I could do without this feeling of ants running through my stomach. Me too, but I'm glad you care. Ninja, should I be waiting? I don't know if I should be waiting.
What?
I was like, should I be waiting?
No, go ahead.
Would you say I care, Lynn? Okay.
The
sorry.
audible groan right there.
The new Sword of Ursulines. Does it have an appropriately epic name? Did you just walk out of the room and not say anything? Kind of. I asked Rhea that too. She told me to name it. And? Lynn panicked. Said it's just a greatsword, so now its name is just a greatsword. Very creative. Luckily, the most commonly translated name for yours great axe is just a great axe. So Lynn's fits right in with the naming convention. I knew that, of course. Of course. So you've got just a greatsword, unexplored dragon powers, a quest. All that's missing is a drink. A drink. It'd be foolish of me to let you walk out of here without any help again. A little.
A drink, you say?
I mean, you are a little bit of a fool either way. Don't think I'll just forget about whatever you and that Kazar guy got going on. We'll be sure to be talking about that once we've stopped him. That's fair. Are you mad at me?
Always.
No, I guess we all have people we're scared to talk about. But you were right. The past always comes back to haunt us, whether werewolf or no necromancer. I can handle the past as long as you guys promise to haunt me for a long while too.
So you want that piece right there, and I want all this, right? How much you want?
So if it, yeah, I can take that piece and you can have the rest.
Do you want more? I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
If you want to eat the whole half of cake with a fork, that is
I am not eating
your prerogative. Boop. Oh, someone got up from their chair. It's Tots now. Put the fork down.
What if I want a Chinese? I had some General Tso's chicken and it was divine the other day. What?
Ninja just threatened to eat my cat.
I did not such
Yes,
thing.
you did. You definitely did. You're like, I was like, put the fork down. You're like, but what if I wanted Chinese while looking at Todd? That is cruel.
That would be implying things that are untrue.
But have been joked about and implied.
When?
Always. Put the knife down.
I'm not. That's hilarious, actually. Ayo.
We're giving her best. So, Fable, what drink should they get you? Well, I think I should play to my strengths, but I'm not sure which one I should focus on. On the one hand, dexterity will make me swifter with a bow, and it always helps to be fast and evasive. On the other hand, Foy has been teaching me how to combine magic and music to support people, and I think a powerful pep talk or healing word can go a long way. So charisma would work too. Innkeeper, I'll leave the choice up to you. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer here. I like both of these sides of myself. Just make me your favorite charisma drink or your favorite dexterity drink. A favorite drink for a favorite customer. Coming right up. Dexterity or charisma, Ninja?
Well, if we have a bunch of allies, we're gonna need to motivate them. Because who's gonna give the motivational speech?
We'll give her a sunny breeze then. I think it's time to hone those musical and magical talents of yours. After all, your charisma is what convinced you here to help us. Maybe you can inspire Twat too. Maybe will you put in a good word with Leviathan for me too? I already have. Thank you. Once I get back, I'll get to working on that jingle immediately. I can't wait. So, does your ex-paladin have any weaknesses?
His arrogance.
He still can't see himself losing, nor does he think he has any weaknesses. And he can't imagine you have something equally important to fight for. But he's fighting for something that's already dead. You're fighting for something still alive. Did you want me to make hot cocoa?
I'm good.
Make the most of it. Either way, best of luck. Thank you. Hope you don't have me kicking your friend's ass.
Tell him I sent you.
Ha! I'll deliver your cutting words myself. Do you mind if we wait here for the others? Not at all. Grab yourself a table and some, still don't actually have any snacks, actually. Don't worry, I brought us biscuits. Well then, have some biscuits. We'll set up a table. Why don't you sell cookies? I was never good at baking. Maybe you should... Clay! You can finally breathe a sigh of relief, everyone. The face and the muscle have arrived. You're all saved. Hooray. Okay, I was trying to make this less awkward, and I see I've made it worse. It's okay, boy. Some situations call for a little bit of awkwardness. I am... Care, innkeeper, I'm sorry. I
forgive you.
Just like that? Just like that. Thank you. Yeah, Clay, listen, I'm sorry too. You needed us and there's nothing you could have done. I needed some time alone to be miserable. Thank you for still being here for me when I came back. Anytime, bud. How are you feeling? Not the best. I miss her a lot. Me too. I know, and I feel pretty powerless without her here. But Dave was right. She would have hated if we gave up now. I don't want to abandon the world she loves so much. We have to try and save it. It's Neil now, I think, but yeah, I think we owe it to her to try. And she deserves a proper ending too, not to fade into some sort of puppet of his. You're always looking out for her. I know she really appreciated that. And you're always looking out for us. I'm sorry I got so angry about that bird. We're all trying our best. No, you were right. I should do better. Let's try to do better together then. I'd like that. Good job, you three. That wasn't so hard now, was it? It was very hard. But it was worth it. Thanks for dragging me here, boy. You got it. I've heard you're joining too, boy? Of course I am. What would everyone do without my priceless encouragement and skillful illusions? Plus, I'm dying to hurl the worst insults known to dragonkind at that man. Don't hold back on my account. Would you like a drink to help you with that? Nah, I think I've got it covered this time. Can't wait to hear your epic battle ballad about it. Oh, you will. Could I have a drink? I think I could use a little something. Like, some defense, maybe? I don't know how else I'll handle this without Tia. I'll try my best to make up some liquid support. Defense.
Steel tonic.
Steel tonic?
Defense and attack.
One tooth. Shot of that. Shot of this. It's not quite Alethea, but this is as much defense as I can give you. Thank you. This reminds me of her in the best way possible. I really needed that. Feeling a bit better? Lots, actually. Coolio. Just missing the 2 wizards now. We should wait for him with Fable. And with Fable's biscuits. There's biscuits? I'm glad they picked up snack duty. Me too. Glad you're okay, big guy. Thank you. Oh, now come on, before Voy starts his inevitable grand speech without us. Did someone say speech? Nope. This way. I'll miss this. Maybe you should start offering food. No, Andy would go crazy. The stars of the show have finally arrived. But Voy is already here. I don't think we can compete with that. Oh, come on, don't kill my vibe. You spend too much time with Iniko. Impossible. Are they also why you're late? We were busy doing research, okay? Turns out we have a little bit of a problem. You mean besides the crazy necromancers with a god complex and a god's weapons trying to kill death? Besides that, yeah. Wonderful. What is it? Kazara needs to go through the astral portal in the aperture to reach Tuat, and this is crazy apocalypse thing. We figured he'll be able to use the portal without issue because of Tia, or what's left of her. First, he has to go to the aperture somehow, of course. As a former paladin of Cassiopeia, getting to her portal shouldn't be a problem for him. That's what we thought, which is where our problem comes in. We know he's attempting this tonight, because of the transition between the astral moon and the dying moon and all that jazz. Which means we also have to get there very fast, but teleporting into the Forbidden Valley isn't exactly easy. Its weird natural magic is a hazard for any self-respecting wizard. You're basically guaranteed to teleport yourself into a tree. Even Baya can't help. We're a bit stuck. Got any ideas? I'm good at teleporting drinks, not people, so not exactly. Grace, you've been awfully quiet. Do you have an idea? I do. You do? Yes, but I knew you'd say no, so I decided to pitch it to the innkeeper instead. Please, go ahead. Remember those spells Hex found? Weren't exactly that many to remember. Can't wait to try out that soul-binding one. Don't. You'd risk your own soul. I meant that teleportation spell. The one that can teleport you anywhere? That one. That one that could kill you? I think I could use it to teleport a small group right into the astral sea. Somewhere close to the portal so that they can find Kazara easily. That would be great. No, it wouldn't. Well, Did you miss the part where it could kill you? With my modifications, it has a whole 30% chance of succeeding without stripping me of all my mana. That's a 70% chance of death! We don't have a lot of options. This isn't an option. We'll find something else. Another way. And with what time exactly, Hexagon? Fine, sure. I'll cast it then. Don't be silly. You're awful at teleportation. Plus, it's more stable if the caster stays behind. And you're a much better fighter than I am. They'll need you at the aperture. And I need you alive. I won't be alive if we don't stop him. I know what I'm doing. Just trust me. Absolutely not. I won't let you sacrifice yourself for some useless heroics. Either I cast her or we don't do this at all.
It was Grace's choice. Let her make it.
She makes stupid choices sometimes. She's too good for this world and it'll kill her. So you'd rather shape her into something she's not? Don't you love her the way she is? More than anything, her heart is what makes her so special. Then let her keep it. If we want to save this world, this is the only way. What's the point of this world if it doesn't have you in it? Hex, the world without me that you fear so much, it will exist one day, no matter what we do today. But it doesn't exist right now, and yet you keep acting like it does. I'm just worried. You're so worried about the possibility of me being gone, you treat me like I'm already a ghost. The time we have, it's so short. I know, I'm scared too. I don't want to die either, but I can't miss out on living, pretending I'm already dead. You'll have plenty of time to mourn me when I'm gone. Right now, I need you to love me. I'm so scared, Grace. I don't know what I'll do without you. You'll figure it out. You won't be alone, even when I'm gone. It's not the same. I know. But let's focus on what you can do right now, while we're still together. We can save this world, if you'll only let me live. I guess I can't keep you in a glass case like some sort of spell scroll. Even though I'd come up with great riddles to trap you with. I'd solve them instantly. Ha! You would. Do you really want to do this? I can help. This is how I can help. You don't have to. I want to. Let her be her own person, Hex. She deserves this. You'll make it out of this, okay? You have to promise me you'll make it out of this. I promise.
Give her some intelligence.
Right. And then we'll have a tea party. So many of them. I love you, Gracie. I love you too, Hexy. Alright, I guess if anyone could handle casting a crazy, powerful, probably cursed teleportation spell, it's you. Or the innkeeper, but I guess you're not volunteering. Unless you all want to permanently be transformed into drinks, I can't help you. Good thing you've got me then, to cast a spell and to keep you company afterwards. I'll stay behind to ensure the spell's stability and improve the chances of keeping my promise. Sounds lovely. Would you like a drink to assist you in this matter? No, I think I'd like to keep destiny in my own hands today, but thank you. Let's do this then. Before I change my mind and lock you in a tower, I'd like to see you try.
Alright, are you ready? Ready as I'll ever be. You better keep her well hydrated while I'm gone and keep her. Will do. Pretty sure it landed in my slipper.
Nope.
See you soon. You can count on that. It looks like everyone else is ready to get going as well. So shush and let me concentrate. Phone did perfect time. Did it work? I think so. They're all disappeared. Phew. That was... Oh, dragons, that was close. Felt like my insides were being pulled out through my nose. But you made it. But we made it. Can't believe I got the greatest witch of our generation hanging out in my tavern. It's the best innkeeper of our generation deserves. It's what the best innkeeper. Speaking of which, can I get a drink? Something to make my brain feel like it's melting a little less. Of course, Grace, you can have as many drinks as you want. Do you think making endless drinks might distract us from worrying so much? It might. I'll consider then, but let's start with one. Let's. Wayne. Peak Sunrise. Owl.
I feel like we haven't made that peak sunrise in a bit. Thanks. You're gonna need an infusion.
I'll show you an infusion.
Ayo. Another one.
Yeah.
It's not as easy as it looks, Ninja, huh?
Well, when I'm trying to pour on the handle. No.
Pat on, dude. What? You have it. It's fine.
There you go. Emergency anti-brain melting liquid just for you. Thank you. I think my synapses are putting themselves back together. And now, we wait. We wait. Thank you for keeping me company. Anytime.
Unless you want to keep going.
Thank you. Oh, hello.
Hello there. I'm Quincy. Grace, nice to meet you. Likewise. What are you two up to? Looks like a whole lot of worrying. Waiting, mostly. Mind if I wait with you? No, not at all. Then let us wait together. Joint forces. The final library. The final lullaby. Aren't you supposed to finish this tonight? We are. Right? We're finishing this tonight.
Yes.
Okay. Good morning, Grace. They're trying.
This is the last chapter.
Okay. Last chapter, everyone. Hold your asses. Here we go.
Now it might take an hour, but it'll be finished.
Alright, no one distract me. I'm gonna just read. You're up early. Couldn't sleep? Not really. I kept waking up every hour or so. Eventually, I just gave up, and I heard you moving around down here, so...
Oh, my ass is held.
Yeah! I gladly accept your company while I can. Thank you. Hey! We're back, Innkeeper. Welcome back, adventurers. You're practically beaming, Fable. That's just the sun. Have you been outside today? The good weather seemed anti-theatrical to my worrying. Ha! Mind if I set down my sword, or will that make you worry more? Please, feel free. I'm hesitant to ask, but your smile seemed to indicate there's good news to be told. It's safe to say we'll have many more opportunities to try your drinks. And everyone made it back safe and sound? Yes. We're all okay. Actually, Hex and Boy are outside, safe and loud. We should probably put a stop to their antics soon. Boy might explode for real if Hex keeps up his teasing. Innkeeper, I'll go. No need to wait around any longer. Thank you. Someone has to go to poor Boy's rescue. Someone who's ready to give Hex a taste of his own medicine? Perhaps. For now, I just want to tackle my brother into a hug. I'm so glad to see you all safe, everyone. Let's catch up later. I believe victory drinks are in order? Perhaps later, when I've calmed down a bit more. I'll wait until the feast. Feast? I think that's what people do after saving the world, no? We gotta celebrate. Don't say you're pulling out, Innkeep. I'd appreciate a drink. Anything in particular you're craving? Something soft, please. Like a shield that protects you from harm. Or a hug that makes you feel safe. Got it. Another shield drink? Guess what? You're gonna get another steel tonic.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Why did you have the soap in the bathroom? The dish soap?
For something, I'm sure. Some of this. A lot of this. My ass is too heavy, I feel that. Actually, no, I don't have an ass. Never mind. What am I talking about? A mighty drink for a mighty good friend. And made by a mighty good innkeeper. This is just what I needed, thanks. Alright, I believe it's time for my story. It'll be the best you've heard from me yet. Our tale begins not so far from here in the capital with the other group. They're safe. The roots and the people. Local government didn't believe them about the danger, so it was a close call, but it sounded like they got everyone out in time. Then all that was left was kicking some undead ass. Kyle said that they had a lot of help too, like he and Countess Evelyn decimated a whole section of the undead army all by themselves. The Banshee and the Mary Morgan answered by his call and scared some of the skeletons to dust. A powerful wizard and a bunch of familiars and former familiars showed up with claws and fire at the ready. Scully convinced the Everbloom Archive's bleak stalkers to come to our aid.
Everybody has an ass. Just ask Donkey. Donkey!
After they heard about Tia, they were furious. Even Neil's parents showed up with a group of retired adventurers from Borkham.
Borkham?
And with Scully's union for the Undead Alliance at the ready, not all of them had to be killed. Scully said many of Kazar's undead creatures deserted and joined our side. Dragon came by and helped too, together with the werewolf settlement from the Ashen Grove. Was glad to hear the old fool still got some guts in him. Sounds eventful, but the team won? They won. Not to toot our own horn, but so did we. It was exhilarating and also exhausting. Grace managed to teleport us exactly where we needed to go. The Astral Sea was unlike anything I'd ever seen before. Tia had told me so much about it, but that didn't prepare me for how mesmerizing it was. On one side were the sprawling nebulas of Cassiopeia, and on the other a portal of swirling dark blood leading back to the aperture. Below our feet, the ancient blood of the first vampire stained a river of the Astral Sea a deep red. It would lead us directly to Kazar and an undead Tia. But the water was deep, too deep for us to wade through, and there weren't exactly any boats around. So Clay called out to the sun humpback whale for help. It showed up in a shower of stardust and allowed us to ride on its back. Once we got closer, we didn't have to wait very long before becoming bombarded by spells. I made sure to answer with my own volley of arrows, blazing with dragonfire. Still, the fight was tough. Having the sun whale there definitely helped, even though Kazar banished it whenever it got too close. Both Kazar and Tia barely gave us any time to breathe. Seeing her again, fighting for everything she used to despise, made me so angry. I let my fury guide me and managed to lead her away from Kazar. Her movements were less graceful in undeath, and it looked like the water of the Astral Sea was clinging to her legs. I don't know what it was in the end, our voices calling out to her, being so close to Cassiopeia, but right before her weapon could swing down once more, instead of pain, I felt her healing magic, and she smiled. She managed to shake off Kazar's control to help her friends. Meanwhile, we were battling Kazar. I was leading the charge. I tried to draw his attention as much as possible, while Fable, Hex, and Voice supported me with spells. Hex kept Kazar from concentrating on any annoying spell for too long with a barrage of fireballs? You guessed it. Fable and Void really got in the groove. Don't know if I have held out that long without the healing buffs. Heck, I'd attend a concert of them performing as a duo. Eventually, the tide of battle started turning in our favor. While we had each other as backup, Kazar was alone. And he was starting to get real tired. That was our opportunity. I called on the flame deep inside me and let several pillars of dragonfire cut off any escape routes. I realized what Fable was trying to do. Suddenly, all the doubt about worthiness that had been eaten at me during the fight disappeared. I wasn't doing this for honor, or to gain the dragon's favor. Glory laughs in the face of legacy. Worthiness was never something that could be given to me. It was something for me to grasp. All I had to do was to walk forward and protect my people. And at that moment, I did. My slash struck true. Kizaru looked neither enraged nor shocked, just tired. Then he dropped to the ground and stayed down. I felt a bit sad for him. I didn't. Kizaru made his choices, whether we like it or not. And we earned that victory. We did. All we could do was stare at the battlefield, barely realizing it was over when we heard Clay crying. We turned to see him and Tia hugging as her body started to dissolve in bright speckles of starlight. The light eventually gathered in a bright sphere above our heads. Then it steadily rose into the dark distance, where it became brighter and brighter. She became a star. I couldn't believe it. My Tia became a star. And she won't be alone up there. Together, her and the sun whale will guide all who are lost through the night. Knowing that, it might give me the strength to live on like she would have wanted. Trust me, even if it feels impossible, one day the sun will rise and the happiness she gave you will outweigh the grief. I look forward to that day, Innkeeper. Until then, I'll just keep on trying. There's still so many wonders in this world. With her watching over me, I want to see them all. And one day, I might get to tell her all about them. That sounds wonderful. I think all of us feel a little better with her up there. Couldn't agree more. So that means everyone should be able to get here sometime soon then? Huh? For the feast? Huh, didn't think you'd actually agree. I can't think of a better way to spend an evening than celebrating with all my friends. Maybe even tonight? We'll see when everyone has had their rest. We have time now, thanks to you all. I won't run out of drinks as long as you don't run out of worse stories. And you'll have to tell this epic tale a few more times before I grow tired of it. I'd like nothing more than that, Innkeeper. Party time! That didn't take an hour! Oh look, they're hugging. There's Void.
There might be more after, though.
That took 10 minutes. Alright, everyone hold on. We don't know if there's more.
Enjoy the copyrighted music, I'm sure.
Right? There is no fast forward. Oh, there's Clay! And Melly's wearing his skull. And Jade. Ninja, you're missing the cute photos!
No, this is actually the end.
Is it?
Yeah. We did it. And we still finished it today, because it's not past midnight for us.
Beast. That was a fun game.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I would just recommend if we ever do more novel-esque or games like this, voice actors. Check to see if they have voice acting.
Slay the Princess.
Yeah. I'm sure the other one.
Una has a peg leg. Hello. Look at Kyle.
Yeah, and the mirror, yeah. Look at Jade up there, being stoic.
Brooding.
Like, what I think would have been cool, too, is, like, if it was, like, this whole 2D thing, and then, like, at the end was, like, a giant fight animation.
Yeah, that would have been nice. Oh.
Fable's like, my bow! Oh, yeah. Lynn did snap a bow, didn't she?
Or slime. Buy it. Oh my god!
Look at Void Boy and Indico. Let's go. Is that... Are there just kind of like...
Archie?
Archie?
Yeah, Archie is watching. He's taking notes.
He's drawing. He's going into manga next. Party time. Hey, look, fireworks. So I'm not sure, but I think we got the good ending.
Is there a bad ending?
There's 3 or 4 endings, I think.
Oh my god. Alright.
So there's a good ending, there's bad endings, and then there's like a mid, because apparently all the quests we went through, you can fail those.
I can imagine.
So like,
oh, look at Clay up there.
so you know like how you send Fable to kill like Dargon? I guess you could killed him, and then like that's one less person to help fight at the end, or like when you go for the undead with Scully and you don't unionize them.
So if we just chose violence this entire route.
Pretty much.
You're building a house.
Repairing. She's fixing the dragon. Oh, it's a little waving back and forth. Oh, I wonder who the little house is for.
Melody.
A little playhouse. Maya!
Going away in a portal.
God, I wish I had the power to make wormholes to teleport to places.
What's going on up there? Turtle.
I knew Jade and Neil would be bestest buds. Archie's learning to fight.
It's a boar.
Yeah, that sounds about right for Jade.
Look at Melly.
Look at Inako scarf.
I know. So animated. Our friend. Undo.
Undo can climb roofs. God bless him.
I'm wondering what happened. His hat's off.
Looks like experiment explode and Inako is like, yeah, let's go, brother. Our place is nice and repaired.
Aw, look at Neil and Fable.
What if we were just like, we're a terrible wingman for Neil? I'm just like, ah, he's just trying to be nice. But, yo, did Clay find someone that looks kind of like Tia? Jaden, you know, I feel like.
Oh wait.
Inako.
Oh, Inako's playing him. I see. He's a shapeshifter. That's super funny. We never know who won their whatever battle.
The card game, yeah.
Feast.
Why don't we ever have a feast?
Place is too small to have a feast.
Are you saying if we had a bigger place, we could have feasts?
If we had a bigger place, I'd be more inclined to have like people over for like dinner and stuff.
But what if we don't like people? We like the idea of people.
What happened down here? Who is this? What's going on here?
Well, we don't question this.
Look at
I think
everyone.
that's just Lynn's like outfit.
Oh yeah, she's nowhere. They're dancing, they're singing. More fire. Oh, he's only a sparkler.
Neil has a sparkler.
Same with Melly. Oh my god. Oh,
Look at Andu just like tearing through the wall.
Maya's coming out of a well.
Well. What?
Grace. Grace and Clay.
I like how like the little animals are still like animated, where everything else is just. Oh, this means like if any of them got hurt or died or like didn't come back, they wouldn't be in these photos.
Correct.
That'd be strange. I feel like we had the least amount of deaths. I feel
like Tia's death is
canon.
canon, yeah.
And that's fair. Otherwise, how would the evil wizard get to the thing? But yeah, good, bad, mid, and I think there's a secret ending. Oh.
A secret ending?
Yeah.
This might be the last image. Hey Ninja, I think that's supposed to be us.
Mm. We are delivering drinks, and Andu is still chilling through the wall.
I'm like, Torrent, should I just like hit back? Because this is only on M. And there is no fast forward.
I mean... Yeah, it doesn't look like there's...
Okay, well, let's hit back and see what goes on.
Oh.
Oh yeah, there's, you know, the DLC plushie campaign. It's an new plushie!
The only thing I do want to show you is we have a wanted wall now.
We've had that.
I think these were...
Reason for banning, angering the dice gods. I was trying to sell an empty flask, claiming that it was actually a potion of invisibility. Banned from the tavern for incessantly performing the popular Wellspring song Wall of Wonder every night. Banned for actively provoking bar fights between customers and then disappearing to watch the chaos somewhere else. Oh. Banned for stealing a barrel and needed it as a dragon mug. Fed the most disgusting drink I have ever been given to Andu. Poor little buddy gave me quite a look. Banned from the tavern for making the quest maiden cry. I am still very, very sorry. Banned for stealing every spoon. It's not letting me like... Oh, there we go. Banned for multiple attempts of trying to smuggle her celestial chinchilla friend under her jumper. We have explained to her we cannot verify his age to drink by the color of his teeth. Did tell too many bad pun-themed jokes even though she thought they were incredible. Now I'm doing it too. And for overfeeding / playing with Andu after working hours. How did she get in here? Banned for eating the tavern's entire stock of meat in one night. The tavern had meat!
That's why we don't serve food.
Overly fritzed with patrons might also steal your wallet. Banned for you causing too much chaos due to Innkeeper trying to use his new catnip recipe. Banned for napping too long. Banned for plopping ahead of his hunt / bounty at the bar. Ew. Banned for bringing trouble to the tavern, which we definitely didn't need and don't want to have again. Suspected of stealing magic items from other adventurers that are customers of the tavern. Banned for taking all the fancy cups, though she swears she didn't do it. He's banned for his poor singing and unpaid fine for some broken glasses. Oh my god, how many pages is this?
I don't know.
It is exceptionally long.
That's the last one. Well, folks.
There's a DLC.
Alright, time to load up the DLC, Explode.
Guess book. Is that just?
I think these are just...
Oh, there's your reviews. Oh, that's so cool. What was that? Don't be murder hobos. Parlay first. There's
Did
a
you
red
just
button.
almost say don't be murder homo?
Hobos?
Yeah, no, but at first you read nothing.
Parlay first. There's a red button in the room. Don't touch it. Oh, it's like 30 pages. It's like 40 pages. Never mind.
So the DLC is probably about 2.5 hours.
Rumor has it this way. See, oh, these are just settings. Oh, Ninja, there was a Twitch integration.
To do what?
To vote on drinks and stuff.
No.
No. Alright, well.
Until we get the DLC to play that.
So I could have voted. To be fair, I
fair.
could have had input. That Twitch integration literally came out, I think, like last week. So, and you
Correct.
denied me.
I have the power here. Actually, Explode does because she's the one that played most of it.
I read. You made all the decisions.
Is that how it usually goes? This is
Wow. Anyways.
what do.
Well, it's 11:40. So,
Explode
So-
thinks she's quitting.
kind of. Don't worry, we're gonna pick a game that's a little bit more action-y, I think.
Does that mean Dead by Daylight? That's actiony.
We could play Dead by Daylight.
Would you stream?
Would I stream? Why?
Huh?
Why?
Mm.
Why?
Could it be funny?
Why?
Because I like your avatar.
I don't have an avatar. I haven't used that thing in like...
You have the Sloto Box avatar.
Oh, you're talking about the chibi.
Yeah.
Okay.
One day we'll figure a way to have it here. Well, I can't end stream. You're in the chair, Split.
Oh, like you couldn't reach over me.
No, that'd be inappropriate. I'd be invading your space.
Sure.
Would I ever do such a thing?
Yes.
Rude. Yeah, I hate all of you. Why am I here? Alright. I don't really know. Probably be help if I unlocked my keyboard.
Yeah, probably.
Alright, who do we get to unleash hell upon? Ah. Sakita has Subnautica going. So let's do that. So long, everybody. Take care and good night.